I am so excited about today's video. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today, I'm going to show you 24 awesome products that you can make for teachers. I am a teacher. I have taught in the past. I've taught grade 1, I've taught middle school. And so I know as a teacher, creating and preparing your classrooms for teaching can be a big, huge job. Because I'm a teacher, I'm giving you a little heads up. I'm going to talk about products that you haven't seen on Creative Fabrica. So stay tuned for today because it's going to be 24 jam-packed goodness that I'm going to give you today. Plus, I'm going to give you another worksheet template. So hopefully it can help you to do what you want to do. If you're new here, my name is Carrie, and I am an artist and seller on Creative Fabrica, and I create these tutorials for artists wishing to sell their work on Creative Fabrica, and I really hope today is going to be very helpful to you. I also want to do a big shout out to everyone who has subscribed so far to my channel. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. And I really hope that these tutorials are bringing you some value and helping you to be a better artist on Creative Fabrica. So without further ado, let me show you 24 awesome products that you can make for teachers. Yes. So the first one is going online and looking at your province or state education curriculum program of studies. So this is available to teachers, it's available to parents, and thus it will be available to anyone. So what you can do is go into language arts or literacy, math, social studies, or history, and see what teachers are already teaching elementary or primary school children. Read through that, and maybe that will spark your imagination to create products that go along with what teachers are already teaching students. Number 2 is desk nameplates. Teachers can use this. They can put the child's name on it, laminate it, and put it on their desk. So teachers use this for students so that they have an easy access to perhaps the alphabet or the left or right hand, number charts, anything that you want to put in there. And number 3 is name tags. Teachers use this in their classrooms for students' coats or book bags or bins, whatever it may be. And number 4 are classroom supply labels. Teachers use these in their classrooms for students to indicate what bins that they can go to for supplies. So this could be pencils, scissors, glue, erasers, whatever it may be. Number 5 is brag tags. Teachers use these little things in their classrooms for behavioral management or classroom management. You can make these about 2 inches by 2.5 inches. It's easier if you make these on a sheet in a grid instead of its own sort of shape. It's just easier for teachers to cut a straight line on a cutter. These tags can be used for anything. This can be for good behavior, or the teacher saw them being kind to another student. They were a really good example at recess, etc. Reading, they read their books for the reading log, whatever it may be. So you can really go to town. When I taught in my grade 1 class, I used these. I created my own, and they were very popular, and my students really loved them. So this is a really good thing to make. And number 6 are anchor charts. So these charts are placed in the classroom for students to always have a reference to. Once the teacher has taught them a specific strategy to use in any like literacy or math or whatever, then these charts can go on the wall so that if students get stuck, they can just quickly look at the chart and be reminded and continue on with their work. So what I suggest you do if you decide to make anchor charts is that you make it in a 8.5 by 11 and then tell them in their instructions in your description to go to Printable and upload it there, and then they can make that into any size they want. So they can make it poster size so that they can put it up on their bulletin board in their classrooms. Number 7, I'm really excited about this one. These are foldable 1-page booklets. They're kind of like cheat sheets. So you can use these in elementary, but they're really awesome to use in middle school to high school, and they are cheat sheets. So what I've done is I've made you a template. So once again, you can go to my website, you can download this. I do ask that you not share this or sell it. I've created this just for CF sellers, which is you. If you have any friends that you know that are artists and that they want to do this, please encourage them to subscribe, because I make these documents for subscribers to this channel. So please, please do not share this and don't sell it. The link is in the description below, and it's a zipped folder. And there's 3 things that I have in there for you. I have the how to fold diagram that you can put into your instructions to the customer. Also, I have the instructions of how to build that instructions to your customer. I also have the template, your PNG editable template. So you can take this template and create your own. But these are amazing. You can create these especially for middle school students. So after the teacher has explained the strategy or reminded the student of something, say like parts of speech or how to use different punctuations, then you can create this, and it's kind of like their cheat sheet, that they can take these cheat sheet booklets out and it will remind them. So it kind of works like an anchor chart, but there's a lot more into it because it's a little booklet. But these are amazing to make, and I use this when I was teaching my grade 8 class for punctuation. They loved it, they used it, and it was really awesome. And number 8 is bookmarks. So you can create these, and you can put them more than one on a sheet, and teachers will print this off. They can laminate it and give this out to their students. And number 9 is reward stickers. So teachers can use these to reward students if they've done their homework or they've done really well in a quiz or an exam. They can use them for any purpose that they want to. Number 10 is classroom coupons. I made these for my kids in grade 1. They loved them. You could also probably make these for middle school. Obviously, the rewards would be different because they're different ages and they want different things. But you could do this for elementary, middle school, and yeah, kids really love these. So one thing I wouldn't put as a coupon reward is that kids don't have to wear shoes. So actually, kids should be wearing shoes at all times, because you might have an unexpected fire drill or something happen and they need their footwear on. So for coupons, I wouldn't kind of go with that one, but you can do any other ideas for a classroom. And number 11 is bingo sheets and the cards. So you call out whatever it is on the bingo sheet, have the cards. With making the sheets, I would make about 30 to 35, because classrooms these days are quite full. So 20 kind of really doesn't do it anymore. So just to be safe, I would do about 30 to 35 unique sheets. And this you can do for anything. You can do it for math. You can do it for literacy, like sight words. You can do it for holidays. Halloween's coming up. So you can really go to town with this, and it's a lot of fun. And number 12 is math games. So you can make these for learning centers in elementary school, or you can even turn them into themed, like holidays or Christmas or whatever it may be. Number 13 is math coloring sheets. So you can draw an image, divide that up, put the math problem in the certain sections of that image, and then designate a color to the solution to that math problem below the sheet. Kids really love these. 14 is similar to it. You'd be doing exactly the same thing, except it would be for sight words. So sight words that they're practicing, and below that, you put the word with the color, and kids really like this. I did this for my grade 1 class, and they really enjoy doing it. 15 is learning coloring sheets. These are really wonderful. It's really great for students to practice listening skills. You would have a key of what they would be coloring. The teacher would be reading out the instructions slowly and one at a time. Students, they wouldn't be talking, and they only follow the instructions. As they're listening, they're coloring. So they're doing 2 things, but this is a really good practice for practicing those listening skills. 16 is what do we do when our work is done cards. So you can create these for when the student has finished their homework or in-class assignment, and that they can go and pick these cards from a jar or a stack, and it gives them an option. Sometimes teachers will print these out and put them as magnets on the bulletin board, and that once they're done, they don't have to go up and ask their teacher, okay, now what do I do? They can just look at the card on the bulletin board or whatever and follow those. So these are really good for teachers for classroom management as well. 17 is what are we learning? Teachers use this as a reminder to students or perhaps even parents coming in and visiting the classroom, and to know what you're teaching the students and what they're learning for perhaps the month or a week. So what you would be creating are the sheets, you'd be creating the images, the alphabet letters individually, and the numbers. I used this in my classroom and I really enjoyed it. And it kept the kids on track of what we were actually learning for the week. 18 is class schedule cards. This is really valuable in elementary schools. So these are different activities or subjects that your class or the teacher will be doing. So generally what they do is they put magnets on the back of these cards and they put them up on the bulletin board as the schedule. So students can see the schedule and know what's going to be next. There's a lot of kids with anxiety and they need to know what's going to happen next. So you can do a whole bunch of these and different activities, different subjects. I wouldn't be putting the times on these cards because there's different schools, different times, all of that kind of thing. So I would just be using the subject and the activities. But this is a really great product to make for elementary school teachers. Number 19, something very similar to that, are the morning calendar images. Teachers do this in two different ways. I did this with my grade 1, and it was interactive. They sat around and we went through the calendar, we went through the months, we went through the weather, what was happening, that type of thing. So these are images that you can create for that. Or you can create this kind of product on a PowerPoint slide, because many teachers use this as a digital product that instead of gathering around and using physical paper and magnets, that they do it on a smart board. They do it on the board and they show it digitally to students. So either one, this would be really great for teachers to use. Number 20 is 100-day printables. So the 100th day, teachers celebrate that with students, and you can make all kinds of printables with this. You can make crowns, you can make bracelets, you can make even sheets, active sheets, a booklet. You can really go to town with this product and do many, many different things. 21 is matching card games. So this, you can really go to town. You can do colors, you can do shapes, you can do math with their problems and solutions. You can do this with literacy, sight words, punctuation, anything that you want to do. These you can create for elementary or even higher elementary. Just make them the size as regular playing cards, but this would be a really great product to make. 22 is Learning Center printables, or you can create the Learning Center labels. So Learning Centers, that's something that elementary school teachers use, that they have students going to certain centers during a scheduled time. And so this could be a math center, this could be a literacy center, art center, practicing their fine motor skills, whatever centers that they want to have. So this would be a really great product or products to make. 23 is making a classroom expectations booklet for parents. Generally, teachers would use this to give out to parents on teacher night or meet the teacher. Or you can make a Zoom online expectations for parents and students. So obviously you would make these products edible so the teacher can go in, put in their own information to use, but another great product. Number 24 are teacher decor signs. So these are just basically like poster art that the teacher would put in their classroom to decorate it or to inspire them or inspire students. Teachers could use them to decorate their classrooms. And number 25, this is a bonus for you because you guys are just so awesome, are brain break cards. Teachers use these for students so that when during instruction they need a break, students can go and choose an activity, choosing a card, and this can be for anything. So this can be made for elementary or middle school. Middle school, obviously the activities would be a little bit more complex and age appropriate, but this would be really great for teachers to use in their classrooms. So now I'm going to give you some tips on how you can create these products. If you're creating products that are going to be used within the classroom, like your supply labels or your name tags or your learning center labels, then why not create a theme? There's many teachers that like to have a theme throughout the year. So some teachers like to do a cowboy theme or unicorns or frogs or bears or whatever it may be. But some teachers really like to have a set theme throughout the whole year. Why not create these products in a theme? I wanted to also let you know that I'm just showing you these examples as examples. Please do not go onto other artists' work and copy or steal their work. That's their work. I'm just using this as examples, but please don't copy or steal other artists' work. It's not very nice and it's not ethical. To get more inspiration, you can go onto Pinterest. Pinterest has tons, thousands, millions of ideas for inspiration for these products. So, was that helpful? I really hope so. Just remember the link to the template is in my description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And you, my friend, we will see you next time.